What's cracking, YouTube? Still that cat. FishyBizzAquatics. Professional aquatics with that exquisite amateur touch. So that them amateurs, get that professional look. My community tank. Welcome to Guppy Land. I set it up. It's awesome. 3 Golden Dojo Loaches I received, and I've got them in here with guppies, got them in here with tetras, got them in here with platies, and it's an awesome fish. If you have dojo loaches, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't had dojo loaches, let me get you hip. Let's go. All right, let's jump right into it. Going across the bottom of my screen is one of my smaller dojo loaches, 1 out of the 3. And let's just start with him. Golden Dojo Loach, also known as the weather loach, name that was given to them because of their erratic behavior when the weather changes. A little bit more information. It's actually due to the barometric pressure, or the pressure that's put on Earth's atmosphere, for those that don't know what the barometric pressure is. It basically is when the barometric pressure drops, it usually does that before bad weather. So that air pressure actually pushes against your body, allowing your tissues to expand. Expanding tissues can put pressure on your joints and cause pain. So it's kind of like what old people say, that when they have arthritis, or if you've had surgery done on knees or joints or something like that.
Storms are coming.
I can tell a storm's brewing because I have these aches and pains. That type of pressure that's put on there from the Earth's atmosphere is the same type of pressure that these dojo loaches feel. So they will go into erratic behavior, signaling that there could possibly be a storm brewing. You dig? Let's look at the different types. They have the regular colored dojo loach, which you see right there. Then, of course, the golden dojo right there. And there's all different types of dojo loaches and possibly different varieties. They even have this one that I found, which actually looks pretty awesome to me. Let's look at the size of these guys. Did a little research. It said that they can get 6 to 10 inches in home aquariums, but even larger in the wild. And their lifespan goes from about 7 to 10 years. So where I have a relatively larger dojo loach, in between the 3 that were given to me, he looks super huge compared to the one that he's swimming next to right now. There's some that grow even larger that I have found. Take a look at this big guy right here. Apparently they're pretty affectionate and personable, that you are able to feed them by hand, play with them with your hands. I usually don't recommend putting your hand in any fish tank, playing with any fish, just because they have that beneficial bacteria and mucus on them. But it looks like this dojo loach is enjoying his time. So they seem pretty mild-mannered when it comes to personality, can be played with. And let's jump into their diet. They eat frozen and live food, and by live food, probably bloodworms, brine shrimp, and daphnia, which is mosquito larvae. They do well with sinking pellets and algae wafers, and most tropical flakes. So pretty omnivorous. So question's been asked is, do they jump, or can they jump out of tanks? couple of different answers there. They've been known to actually jump out of tanks or possible escape artists. I say every eel-like, loach-like have some sort of jumping out capabilities. But the cool thing about these guys is that they have a double oxygen bladder, one in the front and one in the back. So it allows them to be able to actually stay out of water for quite some time. I was reading about up to possibly 3 days they could stay out of water and still be alive. If you find them on the ground, maybe they've changed color or something like that, that you would be able to place them back in the water and they would revive. Along with them reviving, and due to that double bladder, there's also a common complication that I've noticed. People were talking about the complication with their dojo loach of floating butt. That's right, floating butt, where their butt floats up and their heads stay down. Apparently this is due to extra air in the air sac of that bladder in the rear, and sometimes it often gets blocked or stopped up. And what they need to do is to release that excess oxygen. But the question is, how do they release the excess oxygen? So I came upon a video of a guy that was trying to release that excess oxygen, and what he did after a little research.
I like him.
Pull it up.
To suffer. But yeah, he's not floating upside down. See, he's floating right side up. I'll put that down just for a second. Floating right side up with his butt end up in the air and his head hanging lazily down. And he's stuck in that, they're stuck in that position, and they try and sleep, and they end up just floating around at the surface, spinning around and hitting objects and whatnot. All right, that's my 1 minute timer. See those bubbles? That's him passing the oxygen.
So there you have it, man. A little information on these beautiful, wonderful, active, playful fish. The other thing that we didn't mention is tank mates. You can do cloud minnows, danios, rosy barbs, goldfish, platies, guppies is what I have mine in there with, tetras. And they seem to get along with these fish here. Smaller fish and fry, they may not eat them. Depends on how well they like the food that you're feeding them. I feed tubifix worms. I've fed them blood worms, of course, sinking pellets like I mentioned earlier, and flakes for the guppies. So just an awesome, outstanding fish. Enjoy some more of this footage. If you enjoyed this video and like more content dealing with fish and aquatics, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell so you don't miss any aquatics. FishyBizzAquatics, thank you for watching.
Thank y'all for watching FishyBizzAquatics. Y'all come back and see us now. You heard?